Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with their opponents. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's get off the field, D. On your team.
Go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Check three. Say.
Go.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Go.
A run for Nick Chubb. And just shutting him off there. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a first down throw. Watson dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
This is that. Right, T.
Let him know.
49, check 49.
64.
Check 52. Check.
Go.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Big stop, let's go. Mike's 54.
Go.
Here's Watson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top. And now off to the races down the right side and all the way in for the touchdown. Leonard Fournette, for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Browns drive about to get started. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team, it actually allows them to down focus and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like with the runners.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Good set. Good night, T.
Mike 15, all right? Double dog, that's the way. Mike 15. Mike 15.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Alpha, go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
At 59.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys.
Got him, go.
From the 50, it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
19!
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check 43. You go tight. You got tight.
Line him, go!
Handoff comes to Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And down to the 7-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 7.
Line him, go!
They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The point after is good, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
22, Mike 22. Here we go.
Mike 22.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 55.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Hey, 55.
54. Watch 54.
Line him, go!
After the interception, here's Watson. That one is caught by Hunt. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Where's that? 19!
Mike 54. I'm on.
55!
Mike 54. Mike
55!
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Alpha, go!
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
24.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Line up, go!
Now Chubb trucks over him, and he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 87 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
59.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Line up, go.
Watson on third down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Yeah, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Finish that. 19.
Let's go. Mike 9. Mike 9. Bang Hill. Bang Hill. Bang Hill. Check, 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 check.
Line up, go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Finish that. 19. Hey, 31.
Check 24. Check 24.
Check, 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 check.
Line up, go.
Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Finish that. 19.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 9. Mike 9.
Line up, go.
Now Watson on third and goal. They set up the screen to Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 9, Brady getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake, Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Finish that. 19.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike.
Line up, go.
Watson on first down. Flush to his right. The ball comes out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Six guy. Check six guy. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Riggs.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Head to 60. Head to 60. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos.
At the Browns' 45-yard line.
From the 45 on second down, Brady going up top. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
Dragon 60. Ready, go.
Now Brady. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. That's to his running back, complete. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done, so I think going for it there was the right call.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And go.
Now Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Rabbit. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Ready?
And go.
Watson. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
All day, baby. Let's go.
offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Fournette, a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Mike 22.
Go.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's Rowe. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Get that quarterback. Slam. Mike 22.
Ready.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
18, Pioneer.
Like 22.
Ready, go.
To throw is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Viking 18.
Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
A loss of 2.
Hawk
Brings up
70.
2nd
Hawk
and
70.
goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Powers through him. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Check me out. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys.
Let's go.
2nd down. And he's got Rome. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's his 2nd touchdown run of this game. And this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
70 Lions, 70 Timberwolves, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
And Brooklyn first down.
On first down, Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL. And he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Mostert now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further. As he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Safety's creeping.
Go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Hey, watch your leg.
Down him, go.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Man, I got you.
Down him, go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Down him, go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
The first down pass. Complete to Chris Godwin. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 43-yard line.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Mike's 22, Mike's 22.
Yellow, go.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Mike 22, he's coming.
2nd and 1.
Stay with me, man.
That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Under crunch.
Drill, 52.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
Watch the slant.
Check.
Ready.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
43.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready, go.
Fournette again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Check safety.
Spike, 60.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the out.
Claws red.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Zoom black.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Set, go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! That's caught. Leonard Fournette. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Barons are able to cut into that deficit. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
We got a seal. We got a seal. All
Hey,
day.
55!
Just like that. Watch twist.
Out, we go!
On first down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Back to throw, Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. 2nd and 1 from the 2. And again, it's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point up and through. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Score Browns 38. Barons 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch. Made at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it. Because
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Smash, red.
59's Mike. 59.
Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. There's Evans again, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now an another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Green Jacks.
Mike,
Set, go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 59. Mike
Spike,
59.
white.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Come on.
Go.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike.
Hey, green.
59. Get your swerve on.
Hut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rowe. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Barons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Watch the curl.
Blue, go.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. All right, T. Let's. All right, T. Mike 59. Mike 59.
Set, hut.
Go. Watch the pass.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off near the 26. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.